It's recording. Hi, day 3. Grandpa has a new story for you.
It's called The Elves and the Shoemaker.
I can't see that. Okay.
There was once a shoemaker who, though no fault of his own, had become so poor that at last he had only leather enough left for one pair of shoes. It was the month before Christmas, when parties were starting to be held, and he planned a pair of dancing shoes for a young lady. In the evening he cut out the shoes, which he intended to begin upon the next morning, and then, feeling tired and worried, he lay down quietly, said his prayers, and fell asleep. In the morning, when he was preparing to sit down to work, he found the pair of shoes standing finished on the table. He was amazed and could not understand it in the least. He took the shoes in his hand to examine them more closely. They were so neatly sewn that not a stitch was out of place, and were as good a work as the master hand. Soon after that, a young girl came in, and as she was so pleased with the shoes, she paid more than the ordinary price for them. So the shoemaker was able to buy leather for 2 pairs with the money that he received. He cut them out in the evening, and the next day, with fresh courage, was about to go to work, but he had no need to. For when he got up, the shoes were finished, and 2 more people eagerly bought them. That gave him so much money that he was able to buy leather for 4 pairs of shoes. Early next morning he found the 4 pairs of shoes finished, and so it went on, that what he cut out in the evening was finished in the morning. In a couple of weeks the shoemaker was living very comfortably, with plenty of money for food and even enough to buy himself and his wife fine clothes. Now it happened on the day before Christmas, when he had cut out shoes, that he said to his wife, "How would it be if we were to sit up tonight and see who it is that's lending us such helping hands?" His wife agreed, lit a candle, and then they both hid themselves in the corner of the room behind the clothes that were hanging there. At midnight there came 2 little raggedy men, who sat down at the shoemaker's table, took up the cutout work, and began with their tiny fingers to stitch, sew, and hammer so neatly and quickly that the shoemaker could not believe his eyes. They did not stop till everything was finished and stood complete on the table. Then they ran swiftly away. The next day his wife said, "The little men have made us rich, and we ought to show them how grateful we are. Let us give them a Christmas present, for tomorrow is Christmas Day. I will make them little shirts and coats, waistcoats and trousers, and will even knit them strong socks. And you will make them each a pair of shoes." The shoemaker agreed, and in the evening, when they had everything ready, they laid out the presents on the table with wine and cake, and hid themselves to see how the little men would behave. At midnight they came skipping in, and were about to set to work, but instead of the leather they cut out, they found the charming little clothes. At first they were surprised, then extremely delighted. With the greatest speed they put on the clothes and smoothed down the pretty clothes, singing, "Now we're dressed so fine and neat, why cobble more for others' feet?" There's the little men. See the little men dancing? Then they drank the wine and ate the cake and hopped and danced about and leaped over the chairs and tables, and then out the door they went. The next day was Christmas Day, and they did not appear, nor any day after that. But the shoemaker did well as long as he lived, and had good luck in everything he did. And every Christmas Eve after that, he and his wife poured a glass of wine and drank a toast to their secret helpers.
Great story, Grandpa.
Who else can be secret helpers?
Can you be secret helpers?
Try that.
You can try that, huh?
And do like
Bye.
the little men did.
Merry Christmas. Push the
Merry
red
Christmas.
Button. Can you push the red button?